怖いか。それとも
痛がっちゃいない。
恐怖を抱く勇気
潔白を証明する。終わりね。もう
私と打ち合う。
世界の熱唱の渦に。よっ、そら。
闇来た。破滅の時。
影を借りつく。
開始。煉獄の投影にする。
わらわに任せよ。
私と打ち合う。こ
れ。邪悪を借り撃つ。
無駄な抵抗はやめろ。逃し。善意を焼き
射撃順。
届けるといい。
備え。僕の山本に。
有限なる大地。
急がなくてもいいじゃない。立悪極め影を借りつく。影をそこまで。
全ての始まりに過ぎぬ。
裁きの雷。やっはっちょっ。逃げ道はあります。そこ。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。ここに使うのよ。と見切りました。逃げ道はありません。裁きのわらわに任せよ。
No thanks.
見切りました。律流振動の裁きの雷。無我の恐怖。残々たる結末じゃ。見切りました。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。避けられる。裁きの雷。 無我の境地。寄せられる？よっ。
風の赴くままに。はったっはっはったっ。
安心して。君の背中にステッカーは貼ってないから。
見切りました。ふんはっせいやはべっはやはっ裁きの雷ここより弱滅の時。やふんや見切りました。ここより弱滅の時。見切りました。裁きの雷無我の境地。裁きの雷。 蒼天。
私に報告か？聞こう。
Like, he could have been fucking riding. If he was riding and we had Nahida, that would have actually been useful. But now we have two fucking 4-stars. One's a fucking support 4-star, and one's fucking useless. Like, great, awesome. Physical. Like, one of the most useless elements in the fucking game. Physical. Yes. No, I understand the concept, but you have to understand there's also a concept for streamers. There are streamers who give a shit, and there are streamers who don't. I'm the latter. I'm not doing this to like grow my channel or anything like that. You know, if people want to come over and chat while I play these games, great. You know, I'm here to chat. Don't mind giving my opinion on the games I'm playing and things in general. But otherwise, like I have an actual job. Like I do this just for fun. I'm essentially streaming games that I would otherwise already be playing. So I'm not like changing anything. If it's a game I want to play, I will be playing it. And since it's so easy to stream from the PS5, I can just stream it. And then I'll throw the VODs on YouTube so that if other people want to watch, great. And if I ever want to reminisce about a game I played before, or if maybe like there's a sequel for a game that comes out, like I could go review my VODs and be like, oh cool, that's what happened. Shit like that.
ました。逃げ道は争点。やっ見切りました。ふったふった痛がっちゃいない。
星と親友、無事今日の星と親友、
Shit, one more day till the banner goes away. And then, yeah, tomorrow night will be next patch. I guess I'll probably be streaming a little later then to play. If I want Sigewinne, I should get her now, but I don't want her. I want Emily. She looks really pretty. Elo's skin looks pretty cool. Actually, I really do like. I don't hate her default outfit. It looks nice, right? It's fine, but I don't particularly care for it that much. This one looks really nice. Oops, not that one. This one looks very pretty.
It's just like stars.
I forget who the 4-star was going to be, because that's the 5-star skin for the 5-star character. So we're going to be getting a free 4-star skin as well. I kind of sworn I've heard who it is, but I forget. I think you can see the picture of it too. Who's a 4-star we haven't had yet? It's not official. Oh yeah. It was Lynette. No, Kira. Kira is getting a cowboy. It's not really a cowboy theme exactly, but it has a cowboy-like hat. It has a tall-brimmed hat. Yeah, that was it. Kira gets hers, and then Elo. Okay, so previously on Dragon Ball Z, what I suspected is there was a guy who released a very good skin cream. Sigewinne tried it, said it was good. She was able to improve the formula. We got a version of the improved formula. We have not yet to see what the impact of that will be. However, she has said the skin lotion is good. Then we go to the infirmary. In the infirmary, we have a man who says he saw his doppelganger, and while we were looking through him and performing the test to make sure he was sound of body at least, a criminal well, these are all criminals, but a really bad criminal, a really vicious criminal, comes in with a melted face. He comes in very standoffish, very dickish, but then again, he is also an asshole criminal. So, that's kind of par for the course. He has a melty face. We treat him, and he leaves. Then, later, we hear that the original guy, who was saying he saw his doppelganger, is saying he is perfectly fine now, and he wants to be released from in the infirmary. So, my theory is that the lotion has primordial seawater in it, and that is what. And also with the lotion, when the researcher was selling it, advertised and gave us some sample to us, he advertised that it works better for Fontanians, but will still work on all people. So I think that the lotion, the skincare cream, has very trace amounts of primordial seawater, which causes the skin to liquefy on the half-oceanid or the oceanid Fontanians. Because too much primordial seawater turns you to water. So I'm thinking that's kind of what's happening. It's such a small dose that all it does is kind of semi-liquefy the skin, making it look lush and moist and shit, right? That's what I think it is. I think that the person who said he saw a doppelganger did. I think the guy who came in with the melty face is using a higher concentration of that lotion to essentially melt his own face so that he can shape it to look like the guy who thought he saw a doppelganger. I think he melted his face, made it look like the guy, and the guy saw him, and that's why he was thinking he saw this doppelganger. I think the reason why he was saying, hey, he was perfectly fine and wanted to go back to his thing is because he had already been replaced by the big bad criminal who had the melty face. So that is my theory. Now, interestingly enough, after I'd already guessed, I'd already posited this stuff long before this quest, before the previous section of the quest completed, and then the next section of the quest is called Switcheroo. So it's already basically proving that my guess is correct. That melty face man is morphing his face to look like the guy and wants to do a switch. So he's probably wanting to switch with this guy. And I would assume the guy who he's trying to switch with is going to get to leave the prison shortly. And that's the whole purpose. He's a big bad criminal. Melty face man is a big bad criminal. He's probably not going to get out anytime soon. So he's doing this switch. And I think that the reason why he's able to do this is because of the lotion that was advertised at the very, very beginning of the quest. So, I will probably be right. The only thing that the only thing that is currently unknown is the ingredients of the lotion. I'm thinking primordial seawater is what is the reason why it's able to do what it's able to do. And we don't know the culpability of the researcher. Is the researcher... Does the researcher know what he's doing? Not about the primordial seawater, but does he know that his lotion can be used to melt faces? If he knows that, then that's kind of a problem in and of itself. Because if he knows that, and he could be helping the criminal. So the question is he helping the criminal try to escape, and then, so he made the lotion and then made it safer for people and is now selling it. So essentially he maybe started the research to help his criminal buddy, melty faced man, and now that he's perfected the formula, he's like, cool, I've made it, I can help my buddy, and now I'm going to sell it because it's still pretty good. So the question is it mentioned being used without his knowing? Did someone take his formula and change it to turn it into what it is? Or did the researcher know this is what it was going to be used for, and then just try to make money after the fact? And then, so need confirmation that's primordial seawater. Yeah.
本当に嘘じゃないって。ここは医務室だ。騒ぐな。聞いてくれ。俺はお前たちの言うガス。
嘘も大概にしろ。指名手配時にあなたたちの顔は登録済みだ。
この顔のせいだろ。俺もどういうことかさっぱりなんだ。
ここにあんたらを連れてきたのは何が起きたのかはっきりさせるためだ。
本当に頭が痛い。おはよう、
公爵。何かああ。昨日、俺がある事件の処理を手伝うと言ったのを覚えてるか？今朝。
それって昨日のもう一人の自分を見たって人より大かしな状況じゃないか？
彼らは他に何も知らないらしく、
That's interesting. Everybody. I thought he was doing it to specifically swap with one person. If everyone has changed, that's weird. Because I was assuming he was applying the lotion to his own face, and then, like, you know, having someone manipulate, like, essentially smush his face, sculpt his face to look like someone else. If this is happening, and then of course, you know, it's weird that it happened to one person, but it's like, okay, yeah, sure, the person could have done it to both of them, right? Just two, but then, like, that's all you would need to do. The fact that it's happening to everyone is kind of weird, because if it's taking time to, you would take time to sculpt people's faces, so yeah. Okay, so this is kind of interesting then. He's gone beyond my predictions already. The fact that it's affecting everybody, I thought it was just going to be a one and two thing. And that's the other thing, too, for the top one. He's in a different cell. The idea, of course, was that these people... Huh. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's being used to swap consciousness, then. Not actually... I was assuming the melty face came from the lotion having too much seawater, which caused his face to melt. But that seems to be a side effect before getting the dosage right to be able to be used for normal people. So this likely has to be a consciousness swap. And that's why they're in different cells. Because their consciousness was moved from their body to someone else's body.
Shakho? なるほど。こいつらは全員、今日釈放よ。
はい。私たちもその点に気づきました。重罪人だというのに、自分は今日釈放されると言い張っておりまして。そうすれば。
なら、ここは慎重を期さないとな。ランブルサールさん、今日の釈放者リストを確認。
かしこまりました。
もしかすると、この重罪人たちは、もうすぐ釈放予定。
その可能性も考えましたが、これを見てください。
釈放される囚人が。
Okay. So maybe it's not a consciousness swap. Maybe they actually did knock him out, apply the potion. I thought it was just the one guy, but I guess it could be a few people, a few heavy-hitting criminals, and they just picked specific people to swap. Although it's weird that they would actually swap with a... Actually, no, I was going to say swap with a guard, but it's like, no, actually, I guess they would need to attack a guard to get the keys, so that they could do a body swap as well. So they could get to the people they wanted, mush their face up, and swap.
名簿に載っている囚人の顔じゃ強いて言うなら声が昨日と少し違うくらいでしょう。
Okay, yeah, I was right. The voice sounded a little different. Why do they sound different? Because all they were able to do is change purely their appearance. So they're just applying it to the face, sculpting it into looking like each other for the swap, and their bodies are mostly the same. Okay. See, that's the weird thing, though. I thought she would instantly notice this stuff, because the whole thing is they keep bringing up the fact that Melusines see things differently. They don't see, like, according to humans. Although they were actually talking about they don't have the same sense of aesthetic beauty. So maybe they see the same, like, maybe they literally see the same way, but because they're different, they don't care about the same things. I just assumed when they were talking about the sight, I thought they were talking about, like, their eyes are literally different, and they don't actually see through, like, you know, normal light, the light spectrum. Yeah, she's gonna prove.
本当に入れ替わりが行われたってこと？いや。具体的には入れ歯をするように元旅人パイモンちゃん。なら君たちには証人になってもらうね。
Okay. Yeah, I was assuming they made it seem like everyone. It's like, oh, it's not everyone. It's just a certain number of. Actually. Oh wait. Shit. What was it again? Let's pay attention to the list. Okay, I'm Eric. Henry is Eric. Henry.
君は
ああ、そうだ。看護師長。
もう一回検査をする必要があるの。
わかった。最初は認知能力の検査。
まず前回の検査でうちがどの
確か人差し指だったな。
Yeah, so obviously that's the thing, is that when she did the cognitive test yesterday, she held up her pinky for the. She asked the guy, "Hey, can we do the exact same steps?" And he was like, "Oh, I don't remember." And then she did the steps anyway. He held her pinky. Now the index finger is what she actually did for him the previous day, but it was suspicious that he didn't remember and got the yeah.
まさか
Exactly.
もう一人の自分を見たって言ってたエリックが急に正気を取り持って許可を出す前にもう一度検査をしたんだけど。
ん？昨夜の検査なんて記憶にないぞ。観察室に入った。
それが本当なら、この2日間で起きた
一体どういうことでしょうか。
脱獄を企てた重罪人たちは、もうすぐ釈放される囚人を昨夜、奴らは当直の看守オディロンを襲うと、その変装技術を用いて、その後、囚人たちが寝静まるのを待ち、と一人だけ下手を打ったんだ。ヘンリーは行動を開始する前から、すでにエリック、だから看守に助けを求めたのさ。本物のエリックはな。だが、その時、奴らは看守の立場を利用して、すぐさまエリックの顔も変えたが、そこでさらに厄介な問題に遭遇。
エリックさんはその時観察者リストに登録されてた。
で、二人の偽物は一芝居打っ
なるほど。確かに筋。
いえ、今の推理は理にかなっているように聞こえますが。
変装をして犯行に及ぶ事例は昔からあるの。そしてマレショーセファントム、囚人たちを細かく観察してみたけど、
現時点では奴らがもうすぐ釈放される囚人の資料を盗み、実は姿を完全に変えられる薬があるの。
姿を
看護師長、そのような話は聞いたことがありません。もしそんな薬が、そんな、信じて。これは医療従事者で。
口先だけじゃ。
Yeah, it's like, what? What random guard? You're not aware of a potion that can do that? Well, I guess you, as a random guard, clearly know everything there is to know about potions. Clearly, you must be a doctor. That's why you're a random guard, and I'm the actual nurse. It's like, yeah, come on, dude. Like, you're actually arguing with the head nurse who clearly looks different than all the Melusines. You don't think the one that looks different than all the Melusines saying, "Hey, there's a potion that can change appearances," spoken by literally the only Melusine in the world who looks like this? Like, that would make me suspicious. My first thought would be, strange looking Melusine. You're aware of a potion that can change appearances that even Melusines can't detect? Did you use it yourself? That would be my first guess. But obviously these people have like lived with her for so long. She's super old. So it's like this guard has known her for years. She's always been like this. You probably just assumed she was always like this. You know?
はい。そもそも投獄後に再度取り調べを行う事態にな。
公爵様、大変です。ご指示の通り、先ほど釈放の手続きを止めに行ったのですが、名簿を確認したところ、九段の囚人たち。
2時間前。尋問が始まる前だ。
入れ替わりは本当に行われていたと。
今から追いかければまだ間に合う。
いや、もし先ほど言った薬が本当にあるなら、やつ。
じゃあどうすれば。
No, not really. The fact is, they were swapping faces. Probably what they can do is they can swap if they can compare it. Because I assume they're sculpting the face to look like certain people.
手がかりがその人たちを逮捕できたのはフォンテーヌ科学院の研究員の。
ラワットって
かっこいい。人間の目にはそう。脱獄者たちの罪状の一つは 違法薬物の製造と販売。ラワットさん、最初はただの特許権侵害だと思って交渉を試みたそうよ。けどラワットさんの通報のおかげで。
そんなことがあったの？
ああ、
Hmm.
その線から調べるのが良さそう。
Yeah, so the question, of course, is that
何しろ通報
is that fake?
ラワットは
Did he just report them
として狙われる可能性が高いか
to get him to clear his own name with the intention of breaking them out later so he could continue, but without being suspicious? Or did they actually steal his technology?
それに奴らと交渉したことが
So I guess there's the possibility that they could also be going after him too. So if he honestly did have his shit stolen and ratted them out, then they could be, once they get out, try to go after him. My thought, though, of course, would be that this potion probably just allows them to swap appearances or like change into specific people. Although I guess technically, like once you're out, you can just find some random people and then meld more faces. Because the reason why I don't think it's not. I mean, actually, I guess what they could do is they could take a little, like maybe you need like DNA or something. So you just like take a fingernail or hair sample, put it in the potion, like the Polyjuice potion kind of. And they're like, cool, it has your DNA. So then I just drink it and now I change. I was assuming. I thought the ulcers were fake. I thought the ulcers were actually because they were applying the lotion. I thought they were applying the lotion to the face and then morphing it. But it could be that the potion itself is like a potion that literally changes appearances in and of itself. In which case, yeah, that would be tough to catch.
いえ、そのように思わ。
それだけじゃないの。実は個人的な理由もあってね。
そのお気持ちはわかりますが、犯罪者の逮捕には危険が伴います。
心配しないで。
そう言われ。
モルガーヌさん、薬に関する仮説を立てたのは看護師長だ。どうしても看護。ああ、相変わらず頼む。
Okay, so I guess if it's a potion that changes appearances, so I guess it's not really as face melty as I thought it was going to be. So let's see. Is this guy culpable or is he innocent? Oh, I see. Is he gonna like talk to him and he's gonna be like, well, what? I haven't seen him in forever. Like he got kicked out of the institute for a bad thing or something like that. And then of course it would make him look incredibly suspicious. Oh, okay, so he still does work here.
まあ、人付き合いがいいのはあながち間違いじゃないだろう。だが、科学院に入ってからかなり経つのに、彼が自身の研究成果について誰。
Oh, is that it? So maybe because he doesn't have any deep friendships, these guys befriended him, the criminals, befriending him in order to steal his technology. And that's why he was... So he could have been duped. They could have, been friendly. He didn't know they were criminals. And he was like, oh, finally, someone who actually wants to be my friend. And let them, and then they stole his shit. And then he was like, fuck.
彼の知人から話を聞く以外にも、科学。
オイラたちは。お前がオードリーか？
ええ、そうだけど、私に何か。
I really like that over the shoulder ponytail, or the over the shoulder braid is very attractive. For me, at least.
ラワットと親しいんだろ？あいつの居場所について聞きたいんだ。
親しい？一回告白しただけよ。きっと彼みたいな男は女にチヤホヤされるのが好きなだけで真剣に恋をする気な。
オイラたち あいつがどこに。
どうして私が彼の居場所を知ってると思うの？
I mean, you say that within a real relationship. Yeah, but like, why did you go to him in the first place and you say that you liked him? Because of his appearance, right? Yeah. So like, you're just as shallow to some degree. Obviously, she actually was looking for a meaningful relationship, it seems, but like, you determined that because you were shallowly looking at his appearance only, and were disappointed that he is just shallow on the inside as you are on the outside. Yeah, so you're shallow on the outside, maybe deeper on the inside. He's shallow through and through.
ちょっと面倒だな。
But to be fair, I mean, I'm not insulting her by any means. This is just how everyone is. Everybody is. It's just, you know, because it's one of those things where it's all about getting interest, and then once you have interest, then you want to like learn more about them or actually establish a relationship. So yes, of course, if you look very pretty, it attracts people's interest. Because like there's hundreds of thousands of people in your general vicinity. It's unlikely, you can't date every single one. So you have to, have some sort of like filter mechanism. And appearance is just a typical filtering mechanism. Obviously for online dating and shit, you can actually put in deeper criteria beyond just physical appearance and filter that way. But like back in the day, it was like, yeah, it was appearance. And then of course, you could have a mediocre appearance, but like because of communal interests, like maybe you both go out, maybe you like kayaking, right? And you meet a girl out kayaking. Okay, sure. Like obviously I've seen this girl kayaking a few times. I'm gonna go talk to her. Why? Well, because you saw her a few times. The mutual interest of kayaking is what got your interest in that point. Assuming her appearance didn't get you immediately, right? Obviously, if you go there the first time and she's ridiculously hot, yeah, sure, you might be interested right then and there. But if she's just, average looking or whatever, you might not like stand out from a crowd perhaps, but then you just notice them repeatedly as you go kayaking, yeah, then you might drop interest. So we do other things, and obviously, yeah.
治療法を知ってるから任せて。こんなもの5分。ラワットさんを見つけるのは無理みたいね。もしかしたら彼はもう危険な目に遭ってるのかも。
危険？待ちなさい。あなたたちどうして彼を探してるの？
Oh, she's still in love with him. So essentially, her bitching about him being shallow is jealousy. She's jealous that he hasn't picked her. He hasn't picked her. So her complaining about him not wanting a meaningful relationship is not him not wanting a meaningful relationship. It's him not wanting a meaningful relationship with her. That makes it a little more shallow and a lot more selfish a motive. Because obviously if she's still in love with him, like it'd be one thing if she was like, oh, I confessed to him. And then I found out he was, kind of a dick or really boring and uninteresting. And I just don't. And then at that point she like says, well, fuck it, I'm leaving then, But like, no, you wanted him. And he wouldn't commit to you, so you're just going to stew in your jealousy.
どうしてそんな事態に？2日前に彼を科学院で見かけたとき。
彼は今どこに？
あくまで彼の身の安全のために教えてあげるけど、彼は子供の頃母子家庭で育ったと聞いたわ。実家の状況は良くないらしく。
What I assume is as he said, I mean, he did actually admit that he was the first, he tested the lotion on himself. My guess is that he actually isn't that handsome. My guess is he found someone that handsome, drank a potion to mimic that guy's appearance, and that's why he's so handsome now. It's a fake appearance. He wasn't born that handsome. That's why he's socially inept. And, yeah. Like, even in the beginning, I was already like, the fact that they kept bringing up that he was handsome, and now we have the whole face swapping thing, it's like, yeah, it's pretty obvious that he did the face swapping thing on himself first. And maybe that's the thing, that maybe that's how the criminals know him. Maybe they actually knew him when he was ugly, And so, maybe when they saw his new appearance, they realized what he had done, and that's why they cozied up with him, maybe even threatening him with pictures of his old self. To have him give them his research. But we'll see.
白した時、お母さんの世話を手伝うって言ったら逆に怒鳴られちゃったの。もっと紳士的にやんわり断れないのかしら。まあそういった自分もバカだったけど。
Yeah, that is really suspicious. You know, offering to help take care of his mother and you freak out? Like, that's weird.
やっぱり彼みたいなも。
また症状が悪化してきたみたいだ。ラバットさんの実家の住所は後でマレシオセファントムと合流し。
Do I still need to interview 3 people? Wow, even with that, I still need to interview 2 more. It's like, it seems like we know exactly where to go now. Why do we need to interview more people?
こんにちは。お前がアンティーブか。
どちら様で？
ラワットがいるところを聞きたいんだ。
親しい？特許使用権もあった。最後に彼を見たのはもう何日も前だ。
その特許というのは。
チェ、まあそんなところだ。バタフライビューティーとかなんとか。
急に話す気になったみたいだな。
科学院では機械とかエネルギーの研究をしてる人がだが、俺の研究は塗料だ。彼の研究、前に彼の商品を買ったことがある。中にはある特別な成分が含まれていて、塗料に使えないか先に言っとくが、ラワットの研究成果を盗もうとしたわけじゃない。正式な手続きを踏んで、なのに3回も門前払いを食らっちまった。他の人が
ラワットがこいつからはラワット。
Now, my guess is that he's using primarily seawater. If people find out that's what's in it, it is inherently risky. And so that's why he's refusing to let people see it, because then they would be aware of what's inside it. Obviously, if you're going to let someone use it, eventually then they might figure out the ingredients. And I think he's using primarily seawater, which everybody knows how dangerous it is. And so they pull his lotion off the shelves just because of the danger of it. Because who knows what kind of side effects too. You know, like maybe it's used in such a small amount that it won't kill you or melt you to some degree, but maybe using it every single day for a year will screw you over. Like maybe it'll slowly turn you into water bit by bit.
Huh?
Like maybe it turns a layer of your skin into like very something very akin to water. So essentially it is melting you like the original primordial seawater does, but just doing like one layer of skin at a time. But it's possible maybe Fontanians don't recover one layer of skin a day. So essentially if you're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to remove one layer today, one layer tomorrow. What the fuck is this? Eventually, it'll become serious. And then through all your layers of skin, and now your like flesh is visible or something.
昔はそうでしたが。
Okay, I think they should have done the woman last. They should have had you force you to go to these 2 people first and then done the woman. Because like the woman told us exactly where he goes. Like it should be the second he mentioned his mother's place, they'd be, oh, okay, that's where we need to go. Like that's obviously where he's going to go. These 2 people are telling more about his character, which is important, but that's why these 2 should have been first. They should have said, go talk to these 2 people, and then once we did that, the quest should have updated, now go talk to this woman, right? That's what should have happened. It makes for better pacing.
彼と共同研究を行うためには知的財産権を守るための秘密保持契約まで結ばされるんです。私のコンプレッサーもようやく技術的な解決案を見出せました。
ラワットさんの居場所をどうしても。
あなたは
No, I think he's just super secretive because he knows how illegal what he's doing is.
医学は最も崇高な分野だと私は思っています。しかし残念ながら彼がどこにいるのかは分かりません。彼が頻繁に接触していた商人たちを訪ねて、彼と共同研究をしていた時、よく商人らしき人たちと会っているのを見かけました。たまに話が聞こえてきましたが、どれも薬品の製造販売に関するものでした。
薬品の製造
さあ、私は金の匂いが。
ありがとう。
ねえ、それでは。
I mean, you could argue skincare is like healthcare to some degree. Obviously, just dermatologist is a doctor still, so him being able to know and produce other drugs would not be crazy too, because like obviously for a lot of skincare things there are some drugs, not like ridiculously potent ones, obviously, but like still might mix specific drugs and chemicals in to make your skin healthier.
ロワットって熱心で明るいにじゃあパイモンちゃん家の状況のせいで人付き合いが悪く外見に対する部分は変わってないのね。そこはまあそうだな。
I see. Yeah. So I think Sigewinne already realizes that his appearance probably is fake.
外見だけで人を判断しちゃダメよ。
看護師長、旅人さん、研究。
バートラムさんの話では、ラワットさんは薬品の
ラワットさんは事件の通報者だからその資料にも目を通したけど。
変ね。ラワットさんはビジネスを重視してるし、もしかして
犯罪者たちと手を組んでたってこと？確かにあの人たちはいや
それはおかしいだろ。虫歯の治療を受けに来た子供ってずっと痛かったのにそれを我慢してたなんてことがあるでしょ。それは
通報の対応をしたのは私ですが、彼はあの犯罪者たちと手を組む看護師長と旅人さんの話では、彼の実家は状況があまり良くないと犯罪者たちの正体に気づいた頃にはもう抜け出せないところまで来ており、
まあ辻褄は合ってるな。だから人付き合いが悪かったんだな。そうなると状況、もしラバットさんと犯罪者がずっとつながってたのなら、
さっき科学院で集めた情報ではラワットさんが最後に2日前？
しかも彼が心
配しないで。まだ別の可能性も残ってるでしょ。そっか。
今は一刻も早く彼を見つけなければなりません。
Wait, those criminals were arrested that day? Oh, I thought those criminals were arrested ages ago. Oh, maybe that was their ploy. Maybe they were intentionally getting arrested so they could essentially wipe the slate clean. So essentially the criminals have a criminal record, right? If they get caught, they have to go to prison, which obviously limits what they can do. So it could be that they got him to intentionally get them arrested so they could go into prison, swap with people who are about to be released, and now they come out squeaky clean. All the crimes they all the crimes they had committed, or all the crimes they would have been essentially their crimes are gone because people think that they're serving their crimes in prison because they swapped. So maybe that's the intention.
大丈夫よ。薬品関連はなかったけど、スキンケア用品のブランドは登録し。じゃあ早速
Okay, but I have been walking for an hour and 3 minutes. I'm a little tired and very sweaty and also getting hungry because it's almost 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten lunch yet. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day with that. I will, let's see, where is it on the outskirts? Oh, wow, that is the outskirts. I'm just going to head into Fontaine. So I'm going to go ahead and call it with that. That is interesting. Definitely. So it was a potion. I was assuming it was all derivative of the lotion. I was assuming that the lotion he was selling was just a safer version of the lotion that would be applied to people's faces to allow them to sculpt them to someone else. But the fact that Sigewinne was like, no, there are potions to change appearances, and the fact that they were all changed fairly quickly might mean that's what happened. So, anyway. So yeah, so my new theory now is that the guy is still... I still think he's culpable. Actually, I don't know. It's the timeline just makes no sense, right? Because they were saying, oh, he disappeared 2 days ago. 2 days ago is when the promotion for his skincare happened, and that's also the day that he reported them for their crimes. Like, I was assuming that he had whistleblown like months ago. Like they had stolen his research, and he had gotten them convicted ages ago. Because like, sure, they could have been arrested, but like, wouldn't they need to be tried before going to the prison? So like the fact that the trial happened within 2 days, and like not even within 2 days, within 1 day, because we showed up and they were there, right? Although I guess I wasn't paying attention when the melty face man came down, like with ulcers. Maybe that was him being admitted, and they needed to look at his ulcers on day of admission. But that would mean that they arrested them and tried them and convicted them within a 24-hour period. I was assuming that these criminals had been in prison for a bit. That the guy had because that would make it seem more like he was not culpable. But the fact that this happened so quickly means that he probably is in league with them, because it's far too well-oiled a machine. The fact that his getting them convicted, ratting them out, happened almost immediately before they escaped. Like, the fact that they were able to escape prison within 2 days of their admission means that like they specifically chose when to admit them, so they would have people to swap with them and get them out immediately. So it's like, that's just too suspicious. Like, you can't have done that unless you could control when the guy would do it. Now, it could still be that he's being blackmailed, right? It could be that it was like, what the criminals did were like, something like, okay, I know you want to get out, I know you hate us. What we're going to do is we're going to let you go. We'll stop blackmailing you. All you have to do is maybe give us 10% of your lotion sales, as well as rat us out on this specific day, and then we will leave you alone for the rest of your life. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe he's just capitulating, thinking that he's now free. Although the fact that he's disappeared is also suspicious, because like, if it was something simple like, oh, well, yeah, we're just going to rat you out and let you go free, he would, realistically be wandering around being perfectly fine, right? The fact that he's not around is weird. Because it's like, well, why aren't you still out and about, right? Why are you in hiding, essentially? Like, it lacks congruity. Like, him being in hiding would make sense if he had ratted them out and he's like, oh no, I'm guilty and I'm worried about like their buddies attacking me. But like, there's no reason to think he would. Yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, it was interesting so far. I'm going to go ahead and log out for now. I'll probably be on later after I have lunch to play more Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all